San Jose, California. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Wyoming Cowboys and the San Jose State Spartans. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Hey guys, even though they will have a home field advantage, Coach told me before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Reese?
All right, Holly. The Spartans ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So Wyoming's offense who will have the football first. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. More than 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns last time out. Back to throw, it's Hughes. That's caught, it's Holman.
And frankly, that's a completion. It's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a catch. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prompt. Might have a chance. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Cowboys go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Run in the red zone, it's Harris. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
You've got to be excited if you're a fan of this team. What you've seen on this opening drive, they look locked in, all 11 guys on the same page. This has been a beautiful opening drive.
And he's in! Pistols firing! Touchdown, Cowboys!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Carrillo. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Spartans offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only one touchdown pass. To the air, it's Weaver. Here's the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. Hauls it in, looking for space. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes a man miss. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Hughes. Sets up the screen. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Trying to run, it's Holman. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wyoming. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point was good. Coming out with it, it's Carrillo. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Dropping back, it's Weaver. Looking deep. With the catch, it's Bates. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
how about the creativity by the offense? You split your running back all the way out wide. Why? You like the matchup. Like, he can be a receiver. He can run routes. He stays on the outside part of the field. They like the matchup. They throw it to him. He wins that rep. Nice job by this offense.
Caught behind the line. It's Bates. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Finds his man. It's McClure. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. The Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Weaver. Looking for a huge play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Right on the money. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. The official says no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Fires to the big fella, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Looking to throw, it's Weaver. Got it. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Got the first himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. Guys, we have Wyoming on top as we reach the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. Running inside. It's Holman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a bit...
Turns on the Jets! And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose State.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Not taking a knee, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Trying to pick up 7 here on 2nd down from the 20. To the air. It's Hughes. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix?
He's taking the shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. He's loose down the left side. Scoop and scored. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Picks it up. That's a live ball. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fuller. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Weaver. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. He's going to throw deep right side. Goes high to pull it in. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's McClure. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They are really clicking along. First and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Wants to throw again. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Firing to the right, complete. Could not make his way to the corner. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Got it set up on the outside. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This is a short kick, but the problem is the angle. Just drives it between the uprights. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking for a man. It's Hughes. He'll pull it down. Turning it on. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. The Cowboys getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to pass. Here comes the heat. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, San Jose State. A pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wyoming's offense heads out to get this drive started. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Holman. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to pass. It's Hughes. Trying to make magic with his feet. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking for room. It's Holman. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twitch.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. Stopped short of the first down marker, and now they might have to settle for the field goal and maybe tie the game going into the half. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He slides that just inside the right upright. And the field goal ties it up here in the 2nd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trying him out.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off play action on first down. Under fire. Tackled after a gain of 4 on the play, and that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Hughes. Pulls it in, it's Holman. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. Rush is on him. He'll try to do it himself. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Cowboys in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Holman. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Good timing on the quick out. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Cowboys, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Cowboys will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Oh, they're after him. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. San Jose State's offense takes over and heads onto the field. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. Running inside. It's Bates. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He wants to go deep. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Weaver. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the number 7 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Crimson Tide on top right now as they look to dig out of a big hole. Dropping 4 of the first 5 was no way to start a season. Perhaps they found something here today. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Back now to your game in San Jose. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Seth Q Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We check in with Holly Rose.
The Spartans head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. To the air, it's Weaver. Quickly complete. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Reads it, fires complete. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to...
Maybe some room here. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Spartans moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ivy. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls it on the option. Breaks into the open. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Spartan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The extra point here would tie the game. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to buy time. He's going to fire to the left. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, the offense is trying to go downfield and be aggressive. I think that receiver has got to do a better job fighting for the football. He just didn't really put in a great effort, and that's what helped the defender swat it away.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Hughes. Hauls it in. Snags it, and there's running room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Cowboys have their offense in high gear. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. It's complete to the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Cowboys go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Going to the ground. Could be an alley. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Run in the red zone. It's Holman. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long 1st down marker just short of the goal line. On the move to his left. Touchdown, Cowboys! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it. Once you get closer to that red area, man, you get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. And we've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat, and right now he's given this defense all they can handle.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Hey guys, down here on the home team sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Ivy. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Neutral zone. The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. Firing deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
They'll move the tight end. Trying play action. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. To the air, it's Weaver. Here's a heat. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Spartans are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, San Jose State. And they take it in for 6 more points. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Makes a grab on the shot. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the 1st down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. The Cowboys come to the line after the big connection and go. Maybe a crease. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On the ground with the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Here's the pressure. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Finds a man in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Cowboys, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Hughes. Lets it fly. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. A field goal here would put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And it's right down the boulevard. And they go back on top.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Bullard. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Hughes. Shoots it to the left. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He goes down after the short return. They'll want a play to get the football back. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He goes right back to the air. The screen, he can go. And they swarm him under. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bates. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. right around the halfway point of the season. Neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
He'll do it himself on the draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Right down the middle. The sure hands. It's Riley.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Back to throw. It's Weaver. Bring in the heat. And they got him.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Looking to help the kicker out on third down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. The Spartans will punt this one away.
Number 49 in punt formation to kick it away.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Wyoming sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys?
Okay, Holly. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Hughes. That's caught, it's Richardson.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They've got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. You look like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
And this is the part of the game where you can really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
They'll keep it on the ground. Here's a little room there. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And the Spartans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Weaver. On the run, fires downfield. Finds a tight end. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Makes the grab. It's Riley. And he's still running after the move. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Wants to throw it again. Tight end finds a soft spot. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Spartans! The Spartans have the lead.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the run from inside his own 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, there the free safety shows you his coverage ability in man-to-man. He was locked in with his guy, and he was able to knock that ball away.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Hughes. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. So So the defense trying to protect the lead, but they could also put a punctuation mark on this thing and end it with a big turnover. Fires on the move. Makes the catch. It's McClure. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw, it's Weaver. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there. And now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. He's got the back in the middle.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
On target over the middle. Touchdown, Sparty! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up second and 4. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Finds the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
This quarterback looks in complete control, not flustered, into the game situation, connecting on his passes. Nice job knowing his answers. Got to keep this rolling here to try to make this thing interesting.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Back to pass on second down. They're working that left side. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up.